Hello everybody. In this video, our team are going to present our advice to the management of Al Amal University to help them with the transition they are facing and help them adapt with the change after the merging of the two universities. As we all know, when it comes to change, COVID-19 is a great example to show us human reactions to change and how they resist change. But it also shows us a human ability to adapt as well. To give the best advice, we have to understand the challenge, which is the merging of the two universities. One university is very traditionally based, while the second is very high technology based university. The faculty from the two universities see each other as opposites. University A is struggling more with technology, while University B are also refusing to cooperate with the faculty from the University A. So we end up with unhappy and confused employees. Why people are afraid from this change? Firstly, fear of temporary competence, especially for faculty from University A who are not used to technology and are not used to conduct classes and lessons through virtual methods. Which also results in fear of punishment for being incompetent and also fear of getting fired. The third fear is fear of loss of personal identity, especially when you are talking about professionals who spend years researching and teaching materials in their field, so they feel that they belong to this field, and this transition make the faculty from the two universities fearful from losing their identity. The last fear is fear of losing a group membership as they are changing their colleagues and the place they are working. Also the loss of the physical classes comparing to virtual classes, which is specifically a problem for faculty from University A. To support individual change, it is important that the top management show understanding of employees' frustration and anxiety and try to embrace their dissatisfaction by listening to them through launching meetings. Meetings can reveal some hygiene factors and motivator for Dr. Najjar so that they work on. More importantly, meetings is an opportunity to listen to employees' worries and reactions and observe part of the denial and anger. For some employees, this will help them to move to acceptance directly. For other employees, this would not be enough and they still would go through the depression and bargaining phases. Time is the best healer for them. However, there are other approaches that can be used to help them adapt. For example, explaining the importance and purpose behind this change would change the cognitive schema of this decision, and employees would be motivated towards seeking new norms. Also, momentary and non-momentary reinforcements are effective tools to help people do the desired behaviors more frequently. A system of reward can be developed to encourage professors to conduct online classes to increase student audience. Momentary bonuses can be linked to KPIs. Non-momentary rewards are also suggested, such as valuable bribes for the most popular online class. The
role of a human resource management. In some situations, anxiety is normal and could be a healthy response. Upon accepting this reality, HR can prepare services to employees such as counseling and workshops about dealing with anxiety and stress management. Dr. Najjar can implement change model for transforming change. Firstly, unfreeze. Al Amal Smart University should give themselves the opportunity to learn from the current situation and create motivation to change. Secondly, learning a new concept and let go of the old concept, which is the traditional learning for University A, and replace them with the new concepts by organizing workshops and training to get familiar with technologies. Thirdly, rephrase. To make sure that the change stays in Al Amal University through changing strategy and explaining KPIs for the faculty, which will lead to change organization, culture, and values. A new organizational culture should be introduced and promoted through documents, meetings, town halls, trainings, team building activities, and others. The new culture should not be created in a directed way, but commonly developed in peer groups so that interests and values of employees' categories are taken into consideration. Naming this culture as a vision plus mission plus values will help in accepting it. This relates to approach organization as a culture and to flux and transformation because of the culture's evolving nature.
How to support team change? University members move from discomfort to acceptance by 4 stages. First one is shock. University members were shocked by the sudden merger. Second is defensive retreat. Both university members are acting as if it is not happening, holding the past and fearing from future. The third one is acknowledgement. Members can adjust priorities to changing conditions. They are learning how to work in the new university policies. At the end is adaptation and change. Members at this stage accepted the change and are familiar with it. Both universities are integrated into Al-Amal University. Management should allocate the resources, which are knowledge and expertise, from University A members and technology from University B. University B and A members can complement each other. The management should exploit their skills by training and work on the weaknesses and strength of each member. University B can offer training for University A faculty on how to prepare virtual lessons and technology. University A can offer training in the specialized field since they are more experienced. Creative approach should be applied to online lesson organization. For example, University B specialists may introduce technology recording and translating offline lessons held by professors at University A in such a way that they don't even notice they are recorded and feel comfortable. They can also help automate online after-class scoring tests, which helps students self-assess whether they have understood the material well. To resist change, it is suggested to organize peer support groups or assign technological mentors. The management should build a solid foundation of trust among faculty of the two universities by supporting open communication, honesty, transparency, and non-judgmental atmosphere leads to functional conflict. In addition, a feedback gathering or counseling can be organized to get and process all negative emotional reaction to the changes happening, with professors getting dedicated space to acknowledge and name them.
How to support the organization change based on the Kotter's 8 accelerator. First, creating a sense of urgency to make the changes. The sense of urgency could be the pandemic. It's an urgent situation where Professor Najjar can identify potential threats, show employees data, tell them about the advantages of taking this opportunity and how it would change the future of the organization. By doing this, employees will visualize their situation and how they would improve it. When they replace the system, the management must make sure that employees do not have any access to the old system by changing the old passwords or even removing the old system that will force the staff to use the new system. The second accelerator is to build and maintain a powerful coalition. The second Kotter accelerator, where Professor Najjar and other managers should try to convince faculty from both universities to have a good relationship with each other. It will be difficult in the beginning and there will be resistance from both sides. However, the top manager could conduct a meeting to combine all the faculty and inform them about the changes that will happen in the new Al-Aman University that combines both universities. And there will be obstacles, but they all need to collaborate to make this change successful. Al-Aman University should focus on changing the influencers and opponents because they have a strong influence on the rest of employees. The third accelerator is creating a vision of change, which requires the top manager, administration, and faculty's considerations to create a formulated plan for the new organization related to the vision for change. So working as a team to determine the goals of Al-Aman University is a requisite in this step.
Communicating the vision about the change. It requires advertising and effectively informing people about the new change. To constantly remind them about the change is also important. Some people in this step will get anxious, especially faculty. They might think that they will be replaced by technology or new employees. So here the top management needs to reassure them and inform them about the new vision, strategies, and plans of the new organization, and that they are required to learn innovative technology skills. Movement towards vision by removing the obstacles. To eliminate resistance, training and communication is much needed. Faculty need to start working on the new strategy and train using technology to cope with changes. Managers can identify people who are resisting and try to understand why they're resisting and help them remove the barriers. It is also important to reward employees by motivating them in work and accelerate change. Celebrating visible, significant short-term wins, but not declaring victory too soon. Managers could encourage employees on their small achievements, but not tell them that they have done the whole work successfully and that they have accomplished victories too soon. In this case, people might not be motivated to accomplish, which will lead to slow work. As for new university, they need incremental and slight changes to achieve their goals without ignoring the importance of rewarding and complimenting employees' short-term achievements.
Never let up. The organization needs to build on change, whether it is area of development or strength. Some changes happen outside the organization that requires changes inside the organization. For instance, a sudden decision of establishing the new Al-Aman University requires consult from outside to study the changes and set rules and procedures of the new organization. However, after applying the change, it is important to analyze what went well and what needs improvement to keep developing and improving the organization. Entering the changes and keeping them as a part of the daily routine of the institution by reminding faculty of their achievements and how far they went to make this change successful, showing them how it was an innovative idea to combine the two universities and hire new faculty helped in making the change successful. Further, new plans could be replaced by the old plans. In this step, changing policies if required, and if there is recent technology, the top manager must inform employees about it and encourage them to start training it. They replace the system. The management must make sure that employees do not have any access to the old system by changing the old passports or even removing the entire old system, which will force the staff to use the new system. Next, we'll be talking about Bridges transition model, which helps to understand members' feelings and struggles. When merging both universities, the psychological change over 3 stages. They should end before they begin. So university management should clarify what is being changed and how members feel about this change. Outline how management will introduce the change to employees and eliminate negative emotions. University A are lost and confused. University B are uncomfortable. After eliminating negative feelings, then university management can move to neutral zone This is a big challenge to ensure clarity and assist employees in the new change by setting up the new university goals to motivate the members. University members are anxious and excited about the future since it's unclear. But it is a creative time to explore a new university identity in UAE. Now members shift to new beginnings. University management changed acceptance members are energized and committed. Therefore, they can communicate a picture of how the new Al Amal University will be.